Hello, this is Chenda Astot reporting for Phnom Penh Channel 7 News. Tonight we have a special program. We will be looking back at the year 2010 by reviewing the most influential stories from this past year. We'll start with a devastating story of the drug addiction epidemic in Cambodia. We will now go to a video from February of Kiri Sen who covered the story in Phnom Penh.
Here in Phnom Penh at a government drug detention center. There has been a recent uproar among the drug addicts in both the physical abuse and the involuntary administration of an experimental drug. It is hard to describe this suffering that these people are going through. Here to help us understand is Bofa. She has been in and out of the center for 5 years now and is struggling with her heroin addiction. She believes that the government is doing nothing but fostering her addiction. Bofa, what are your thoughts?
They beat me every night. They give me medicine 3 times a day from a bottle that looks like an alcohol bottle. A lot of the time we just dance and eat cake. The Americans come in and watch us.
Who are they?
They're a human rights group from New York. That's all we were told. They say they want to help us, but we don't know who to listen to.
It is reported that the use of methamphetamine has increased in recent years, and there has been a decrease in heroin use. Have you seen this at all, Bofa?
Well, they call it crazy medicine on the street. There are many people in the center for meth, but not everyone here are addicts. Some are prostitutes and mentally ill from the streets. It's very sad because we've all gone down the wrong road and we can't find help.
We have been informed that a large portion of people have not come by choice. Can you describe your journey to the center?
Well, I got in trouble for possession and use of drugs. The government forced me to come. The first time I got out, I started using again because I didn't heal while in treatment. Once the government learned of my condition, they dragged me back to this place. It's not fair. All they do is abuse us. They have 8 punishments for us if we fall out of line.
What are these 8 punishments?
These are painful and humiliating punishments. Some include rolling on the ground without a shirt, running into walls, and a bunch of physical contortions. Some are leapfrog, shooting like Rambo, leopard crawl, and vampire jump. This isn't humane.
Thank you for your time.
This is still a very serious issue that we should keep a watch on throughout 2011. Next, we have a clip of the annual water festival that took place in November. During this festival, a stampede broke out on a bridge, and 300 people were killed and hundreds more injured. Here's an interview of one of the people who was caught in the middle. This is Namol reporting live here tonight on the bridge next to the Basak River in Phnom Penh. Just hours ago, a stampede broke out for an unknown reason. We were informed that hundreds of people tried to escape out of the bridge from the island where the annual water festival was taking place. We do not yet have a death toll. Excuse me. Would you like to maybe tell us what is going on? Excuse me, what is going on?
Yes, this is a mob scene. I'm very frightened because I thought I was going to die. Out of nowhere, hundreds of people came rushing towards the bridge. There were so many people, it created a backup. I got caught in the middle of the mob and ended up on the ground. People like me were lying on the ground, unable to get up because of the masses.
Do you know exactly why everyone fled from the island?
No, I was caught off guard and just went with the pack.
How did you manage to escape?
I was with my sister when I fell, and she stayed with me until I could get up. We then scaled the side of the bridge, because there was no room for even breathing. It was very traumatic.
Oh my, were there other people who tried to escape the same way as you?
Yes, actually. Some people who jumped from the bridge into the water drowned. It was a very hard decision whether or not to stay on the bridge and risk suffocation like many other people, or risk falling into the water and drowning. In the end, I think I made the right decision.
Well, what was the condition of the majority of the people on the bridge?
It was impossible to move or even breathe. It was devastating.
I'm so sorry, but thank you for your time. Next up, we have a very interesting story about a special material that has been slowly reweaving itself into Cambodia's economic structure. This material is silk, and throughout this past year, it has been struggling to regain prominence. The silk industry lost its foothold during the years of political and civil unrest. Here's a newscast that demonstrated both the struggle and the potential hope for the success of the silk industry in our country.
Hello, I'm Tevi Tabrize, here in Quebec with silk weaver Surya and Dishay. Surya, can you please tell me about your experience as a weaver in Quebec?
Oh, I would love to. I became a silk weaver when I was only 10 years old. My mother taught me, and it really did bring a substantial amount of money into the family. Um, my family has 5 kids, and I'm the eldest. But during the years of Khmer Rouge, there was much civil unrest, and it became very hard for my family to support each other with, money-wise. The silk industry became less profitable at that time, and I decided to move out so I could be able to save up for my family and support myself at some point. I ended up enjoying my work despite the low income.
Are you financially stable right now?
Yes, due to the recent boom of the industry, I've been able to make more money in past years. Here are some of my goods.
I like. Silk is one of the top 8 priority exports of Cambodia. Do you think this is due to the fact that the silk has good quality, or is it something else?
Oh, definitely the quality. Cambodian silk is far superior to silk made in China, Thailand, or Vietnam. Those are the places that we have to compete with because they are in close proximity. Western countries who want to import the silk have a lot of choices, so we really try to make our silk stand out.
Can you talk a little bit about the price of the silk? I mean, a lot of people are complaining about the price, and the price is usually selling around $70 a kilogram or $32 a pound, while $50 is paid for silk imported from China. What are your thoughts?
Right. It is slightly higher, but like I said before, the quality makes it definitely worth it.
Next up, we have a story about a survivor from a Khmer Rouge prison from July.
Hello, I'm here with Mela Chang, a survivor of 12 Slang, a prison camp in Phnom Penh in which over 14,000 people were tortured and killed. Che was 12 at the time of her imprisonment, captured because of her father's position as a soldier in the Lon Nol Regiment. Her mother and 2 brothers were killed during their time in 12 Slang. Kang Gwek Eve, known for running the infamous prison, was convicted of war crimes and crimes against humanity back in July 2010 by a United Nations-backed tribunal. The Khmer Rouge was primarily known for its policy for self-engineering, which resulted in the genocide in Cambodia that lasted from 1975 to 1979, leading to the death of 1.7 million people. Tuol Sleng is one of the most well-known prisons that held victims of the genocide. Mela, what can you remember about your time in Tuol Sleng?
The memories I have of that awful place are the darkest I carry with me today. We were verbally and physically abused on a daily basis, and most of us went without food for an extended period of time. It took everything we had to keep the will to survive.
What type of physical abuse did you have to endure?
We were beaten routinely, tortured with electric shocks and hot metal instruments, suffocated with plastic bags, waterboarded, abused sexually, any kind of painful torture, really.
And what were they trying to accomplish?
They were trying to get our confessions. Our captors had charged us with false acquisitions, but of course they did not believe us. We were also instructed to give our personal history.
So, as I understand, you and your family were brought to the prison because of your father's involvement as a soldier in the Lon Nol Regiment. Were there many children with you in the prison?
Sadly, yes. Entire families were imprisoned because of a small connection that may have been a threat to Khmer Rouge. It was awful. I remember seeing children too young to even walk.
That does sound awful. Do you think that the sentence that Kang Gwek Eve was given was fair?
Absolutely not. The man is fully responsible for the treatment of people in that prison and should be given the death sentence, or at least life in prison for his crimes.
I'm sure that you are not the only one who feels that way. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for joining us tonight for our year in review. Happy New Year from your #1 news team, Phnom Penh Channel 7.
Screen.
Can I practice my Asian accent?
Sure.
Yeah, practice it. I want to hear it.
Okay. They beat me every night. They give me medicine 3 times a day from bottles that look like... Okay. They beat me every night. They gave me... They beat me every night. They beat me every night. They give me medicine... such a fail.
Okay, just everyone talk. Moment of silence for like 20 minutes.
Everyone talk. Moment of silence. Imagine Javon getting on drugs.
Now, go do it.
It's a whoosh! Oh my god. It does sound awful. Where do they live? They're in Star Wars.
Okay, ready?
It's still walking. It's still walking. Can we do that as a bluebird one?
On it.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is.
on- Thank you for joining us tonight for our year in review. Happy New Year from your #1 news team, Nampan Channel 7. Nampan? Why am I such a southerner? Why southerner?